Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the boat gang. All right, we got the Jetstream on the block. Now, in my last video, I did a 120 Firma upgrade in this boat, and I had mounted it right there in the stock location where the stock ESC was. Now, I actually had a couple viewers mention that I installed it wrong, so we're going to try to fix and make it right. So stick around, Big B with Ironclad RC. I'm only freaking human, you guys. I make mistakes too, okay? So I got called out on it, and I'm actually curious. Ever since he called me out on my little mistake, it's got me wondering, you know, where I should have put the ESC. So as you guys see, I have it mounted up right here, and in this location, the battery wires are kind of short, and when I was running my 3S batteries, I had to flip them over so that my wire would meet up to the ESC wire. If I ran my batteries like this, the wires would be, you know, barely touching, possibly unplug if something got jarred around. So so what I did in my previous video is I took the stock cooling line out and installed a new cooling line, which I had laying around. Not a big deal, but I did fight to get this ESC in the stock location, because this speed control's footprint is a little bit wider than this footprint. So what I did was I just heated up this post right here and kind of pushed it toward the other one. No big deal. All right, so what I actually missed, and you guys can see why I missed it, this boat's tight. I had wires, I had cooling line everywhere, but you guys see this little mount right here with the screw in it? Okay, you guys see that? So that little mount right there has a post that actually folds up. You see that? No wonder I missed it. And I didn't look at no instructions in the manual. Who needs that, you know? But I did get called out for this. And just so you guys know, this ESC will mount on this post and this post. Okay? So you basically don't need to cut your cooling line or take your cooling line out. Well, I'll be damned. It actually fits in the boat. Okay, that little hidden folding post, I never would have freaking found that if it wasn't for my viewer, you know, correcting me. Which I actually think I like the ESC better right here. Right here. But like I mentioned, with the ESC mounted up here with the stock connectors, it was like a tight run to the battery. So in this configuration, it's a little bit more convenient, but you do have to worry about it hitting the output shaft right there. So in the other configuration, the wires were coming back, so it wouldn't hit the output shaft, it wouldn't rub on the servo linkage. So you can run it either way. Just know that in my previous video, the previous way I had it mounted up, you'll have to install a new cooling line, which I have that stuff laying around. A lot of you guys don't. I realize that. That's why I wanted to show you guys how, you know, I guess Proboat meant for the 120 to go in. You know, not really a mistake on my end, just a different way to do it. There's two. You could do it any way. It's your boat. Do it how you want to. Who am I to tell you how to build your freaking boat? You know what I'm saying? Take it how you want to. Do it how you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's your build. Oh, speaking of builds, I got my little catamaran. I got a whole box of parts over here for this thing. We're about to start this build here shortly. I'm just waiting on my carbon fiber to come in for my motors. So I'm actually going to be running 29, 58, 34, 50 kV motors. Okay, 3 and 4S. Now, you guys are probably looking at this ESC like, what in the hell do you have going on here, Big B? So this is actually two separate ESCs that one of my viewers sent me. I think they were like, I don't know if they're aviation ESCs or because I actually did get them to work with a pistol grip transmitter, and I actually have a stick transmitter receiver, a micro zone receiver coming specifically for this boat, for these ESCs. So whenever I took them apart to put the two ESCs together, I actually noticed that the red wire on this side and the ground wire on this side on the RX wires were pulled off the board. So I soldered it back on. Also, this wire was barely hanging on, and one of the 6 motor wires was barely hanging on to the board. So I resoldered it all up, and I have a 2-in-1 ESC. Now granted, I'm still waiting on connectors. I was just using these connectors for testing, so I'm going to desolder all this. But I got both of them working. Both of them work, and I made a 2-in-1 ESC using this 40mm red heat shrink from Heat Shrink Buddy. It's a eBay company, okay, and they actually sent a nice little setup here. All right, so and I also got some big heat shrink. Heat shrink's expensive, and this is a cheap company to get heat shrink from. You know what I mean? Heat Shrink Buddy on eBay. All right, and the shipping was pretty quick to me, but I put a cooling plate in between the 2 speed controls. One cooling plate, like the length of the speed control on the MOSFETs on both speed controls, and I think it's actually going to work. I actually did some extra heat shrinking around the wires, the motor wires, so they don't rub on the heat on the heat plate or cooling plate. But I'm only running the 2958s in this boat, so I think that single cooling plate on both ESCs should work as long as I get good flow. Which I may take it apart and put a different cooling plate in there. Have another one that may be better suited with 4 nipples, so that the cooling goes straight in, straight out, you know, instead of like doing that U pattern. But I think it's gonna work. I wanted to consolidate it a little bit, you know. It's a small boat. It's gonna be a speed run boat, so it should be pretty fun. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what's coming up. I'm working on it, so we'll see you guys next time. You can do it however you want to, you know what I mean. It's your freaking boat. Thanks for watching.